Hello, hello. I'm just going to invite some people. Hello, hello. Hi, Rena. I'm just going to invite a few more people here. I'm just about halfway through. How are you, love? Hello, hello. Just trying to make sure I get everybody invited here. Okay. So, first I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about astrology. I know I did a post about it already, but I think that for those of us that are are going through, some of these deep dives into Scorpio, we're feeling it. So I wanted to give the good news that, things are going to be shifting into Libra here tomorrow. So some of you might be feeling a little bit lighter today. Things are going to feel like your focus is going to shift. It's still going to be, Venus about relationships and whatnot, but it won't feel like being in the underworld and death and rebirth and new transitions and all that kind of stuff. It's going to feel a little bit lighter. So I just wanted to do a Janine rant. It's not even a rant, it's a good thing. I just wanted to, give some words of encouragement because I know when I first started this path, when I was trying to learn how to manifest and I was, trying to learn what my soul purpose was and whatnot, I found it not difficult. Oh, I have something in my teeth. Not that I found it difficult. I think I was just impatient. I really wanted a different life. I wanted it almost so desperately that I was like hampering myself with manifesting. For those of you that don't know, when I started this path, I moved out here. I pretty much started I quit my job and I was, scheduled to move out here in Kelowna, and ended up finding out that I was going to have almost half a month off with no pay. So I packed my house in one day, and moved to Vancouver with my best friend Rosie. She let me stay with her for a month because I already had everything in motion, and 1 month, when you're trying to move is a lot of, money that you don't have. So long story short, I still landed on my feet. I'm a cat, right? Like I survived. I figured out something to do. Moved out here. Was going to try to get on EI, which was a long transition. So I was trying to, what little money I did have after the move, I was trying to make it stretch. So when I began this journey, I was eating one boiled egg in the morning for breakfast, and then at night, I was eating Mr. Noodles. Now, that was almost 2 years ago. We're coming up to 2 years ago. And thank you, Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless you. So coming up to 2 years, I would say that I started the spiritual path, but it wasn't January, February, March. It was a couple months after I moved out here that my mom passing away kind of threw me into this, and the costs that came along with having to pay for a funeral and whatnot kind of just put me even deeper in the hole. And I just remember being guided to Randina Marie at the hello, Sunita. Being guided to the power of a woman, and it's like becoming aware of the way the universe works, and it's like we all have this ingrained like sense of wanting to live our purpose. Like we know it. It's so subconscious. It's like we're slowly like moving there, and we're creating rough spots in our life so that we'll continue to shift onto this path even if we're not completely conscious of it. It's an incredibly beautiful thing. So I decided randomly that I was going to join a whole bunch of groups, and I ended up in this Power of a Woman. And that was that. The universe literally guided me into this random group out of nowhere. And that was the beginning of my huge journey of learning manifestation, having a mentor. It was completely all guided. My whole life since then has been guided. But I wanted to, give the words of encouragement because some really big things have started to happen for me. And I didn't want to come on here and gloat. What I wanted to do was to tell everybody that's, in a tough spot or in a spot where they're feeling like, I'm trying to do this manifestation thing and it's just not working the way it is for other people. It works the same way for all of us. I do want to say that because I did have those doubts. Hi, Christy. I, had those doubts. I felt like, these people, they must, excuse my language, but they must effing be able to be happier than anybody can on the planet. I'm trying to be positive and I'm trying to, manifest, and I didn't understand. I was like, I don't understand why it's so easy for that person. Why is it? It's not. It's not that it's easy. It's just understanding and learning the process. So I wanted to come on here and really encourage, because I'm now at a spot where yesterday I took a big leap of faith and I jumped and I applied to my acupuncturist. So I've been going to acupuncture for about a year. And I remember this feeling of when I first went there. I looked and I was like, oh, he has 2 rooms here and it doesn't look like he uses one of them. I was like, oh, it'd be perfect for Reiki. And then I thought that was silly. So I've been going to him, for my own health, and not because I wanted his room, but just recently he started talking about how he's going to get another acupuncturist in to use his other room because he wants to start utilizing it. And I remember thinking, well, it'd be cool as if I could do Reiki in that room. And I just let it go. I was like, I basically not let it go, but I'm learning that I'm getting out of my own way when it comes to manifesting. It's like the thought, the feeling is there. I could see it. I could feel what it would be like if I was there. And then I just let it go. And for me, I think it was the faith part, having complete 100% faith that everything that's meant to happen for you is going to happen. So, oh, Maria, hi. I'm so glad to see you. It's been a little while. This is a bit of a long story, but he posted, a couple days after I thought that. Literally, it didn't take very long for me to manifest it. And he had this whole post about how he felt like having another acupuncturist or a herbalist would be competition and not something that he wanted to support with his business. So he was looking for naturopath or energy healing, and he had a list of other things. But I was like, energy healing, oh my goodness. And then that's when those feelings started coming in. I was like, oh, I'm not ready for that. I'm not fully established. I don't have a whole bunch of clients. And I just like all of those like things that keep us, like the fear that keep us there. And after learning all of this stuff for this year, I knew like I had that feeling like this is something that I have to do. Is it scary? Yes. Am I terrified? A little bit, but in a better way, not in a negative, like, I'm scared, I'm gonna throw up kind of way, in a like, oh my God, this is really happening. So I applied last night and I got an email this morning that he is very excited to have an interview. His wife is going to interview me and I'm going to give her a Reiki session. And it's almost like, because it's my sole purpose, I have no fear that it's not going to go well. I have no fear that I'm not going to get it. And it's just this amazing flow. And my point of this story is, I wanted to show that, things aren't always just, snap your fingers and you get into this flow, and learning the manifestation is easy, and or does it have to be hard? You don't have to tell yourself that it has to be hard either. It's just practice. It's like anything. It's like dancing. Sometimes you have to practice the moves over and over again to really understand the flow. So I want everyone to not be discouraged ever, because I was there. A year ago, I had my TV broke. I had no computer. I had just my phone. My phone broke. I was in so much financial debt with everything, and now I can do things without having to stress about money. That's such a big thing for me. No, I don't have abundance of money, but I'm happy. I'm so happy. I don't stress. I have, money when I need it. I can go out for something to eat. That's huge. 2 years ago, I was eating a boiled egg in the morning, and that was all I could afford to have, and Mr. Noodles. So keep going. Keep, working on this gratitude, positivity, the faith, manifestation is not something is going to fall out of the sky. You still have to take the steps. You have to take that action. You have to move through that fear, and you have to say yes to yourself. It's so, so incredibly important. And I mean, completely honest, in the event that something didn't happen and I didn't get it, then I'm meant for something different. You know what I mean? Like, I'm honestly meant for something, I wouldn't say better, but something more suited to me. So I have no fear. It is what it is. Like, I manifested an opportunity, and it's fantastic. And you know what I mean? It also comes along with other things in my life. I'm going to be going on a date here on Sunday. I'm pretty excited about it. We'll see. But it's just understanding that you don't have to be so dedicated that you're not having fun, because having fun in your life is important. You need to have a balance, because I went at this like a bull in a china shop. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing everything. I'm going to manifest. And I just came from the wrong energy. And I was like, why is this not working? Because you're not in the flow. And I just want people to know, like, my biggest point of this message was, I think I've cried like 4 times today out of pure happiness, because there's something inside of my soul that is so friggin' happy at the idea that I'm like moving into my soul purpose. I'm starting to, I'm gonna start living doing my soul purpose. There's, something about cooking that I love, but this is a whole different level of helping people, in person, doing it, getting paid for it. There's nothing wrong with getting paid for your purpose. It's beautiful. And when you think about money, if you have a negative reaction, all you have to think about is the fact that energy is just energy. Money is just energy. Like, that's it. If it wasn't, dollar bill cash, it would be some other form of trade that I'd be looking for, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, all of these things, when you can start, getting there. Yay, a date. I'm still patiently waiting. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. It's to the point where I'm gonna get my hair done and wear a dress. Wow, look at how beautifully you look. Thank you. I just got off of work, so I'm greasy. Love pearls, my favorite. Oh, the earrings. Yeah, they're my birthstone. So, I know I'm rambling and I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but I know I needed to hear it. I needed to hear it a year ago when I was frustrated and I was, working so hard to try to change things in my life to get to that point where I seen that healing ranch. I seen the healing ranch. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I wanted it like now. And I was frustrated. I got frustrated. I felt like there was something wrong with me. I felt like I was doing something wrong because it wasn't happening the way it was for other people. Yes, feeling the emotion of gratitude is such an amazing heart space. Yes, it's very, very important, and it is one of the biggest keys to manifestation. And I think after doing a year of practicing and doing the magic, doing the 28 days of daily gratitude practices and doing it over and over again, and sometimes falling off, but it's like training your subconscious. And now for me, it comes naturally to be in that state of loving and compassionate, and which makes it easy. I have felt the same way. Yes. So, I'm here telling you, like, and keep going, keep doing it. You might, sometimes it's like, I'm in this dark room and I'm looking for these doors and I'm wandering around and I keep bumping into things and it's frustrating, but it doesn't mean you're not going to get to the door and you're not going to open it. You just need to keep going. You need to keep, like, feeling your way around, because it starts to get lighter and lighter as you continue to learn. And I want to see each and every single one of you guys doing your purpose. So any of you feel like doing anything like readings or Reiki sessions, you want to offer up some Reiki to get some practice, we definitely want you doing that, because that's important to your growth. We want to share that space here. If you're, starting out a business and you would like a little shout out, just message one of us and we'll discuss it as, our group of mentors here, and support you, because we do want to support. We just want to be careful about the space. We found that there was lots of other spaces where people were using it as a spiritual advertising page, and we didn't want that space here. We wanted you guys to be able to come here and not be bombarded with people asking for money for things. But if you're starting out and you need that shout out, we're more than happy to help support that, because we love each and every one of you. I'm so excited. Today has been such a mess for me. Glad to see a smile and hear a voice. I'm on the verge of breaking, holding tightly. Yes, I feel like a blind woman walking. You just keep going, Harley. Keep going, because you're doing so amazing. And to be completely honest, you like busted through the first 3 doors like a cheetah. It's been very quick for you, so I know that we can tend to feel impatient because we just want it all. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. Yes, energy healing. Yes, harmony healings came through a meditation, right? So like Mary and Harley are going to start harmony healings. So that's a huge thing. That's very, very exciting. There's going to be some of those things popping up here, asking for some support and some experience. So but lack of confidence. Yes, energy healing, but lack of confidence. You don't have to have lack of confidence. And you know what? Just do a post and say, I would like to do, I would like to give away some Reiki for some practice. That's what I did when I first started. I offered up in posts. I said, I'll give a 15-minute session to anybody that posts. And I just, if I couldn't do it in one day, I just kept going back to the post and I kept doing it. And I just got my experience that way. So don't give up. And this is 100% the space that we encourage that kind of stuff. So we look forward to all of you guys kind of feeling around and doing your soul purpose and discovering it. And you got to look at Annie's going live, doing her animal healings or animal readings. That's been just a short while since she's opened up her gifts. And I remember when I first met her, it was not the space that she's in now. This has been some huge shifts she's gone through. No, it hasn't been easy, but this is some big things that, she's been manifesting in her life and she's been moving into. So I want all of you guys in this space doing what you signed on to do here on this life. And I was feeling very, very grateful and very inspired, and I just really wanted to tell all of you that might be feeling, the effects of this Venus retrograde in Scorpio, and feeling a little in your turtle shell or in your cave doing these healings and feeling really kind of out of sorts, to keep going. Yes, today was a down day for me, so instead I asked my daughter if she would like to share the photo of them for smiles. I still want to bring happiness on my down days. That's beautiful. Reiki keeps popping up everywhere. Definitely want to learn this. I will be offering very, very shortly. I just need time to finish up my other courses, and then I'll be putting together a Reiki manual and starting to offer that on. It's not Tranquil Rose anymore. I've changed my name to Mind, Body, Soul Healing because I feel like that sums up everything better. And he gave us such a beautiful gift from my Simba. That's amazing, Christy. Amazing, amazing. So I have a Reiki session to do for a girlfriend who's in need. I just really wanted to take a moment out to encourage each and every one of you who, I know have been working so hard to make it to that point that your soul feels. Get there, keep going. Sometimes if we stumble or we bump ourselves and we feel, like, man, this isn't working, that's okay. It's okay to have feelings like that, but just know that I've been there, I've done that. If this doesn't pan out, I might have a moment where I'm like, rah, but at the end of the day, it's exactly where I'm meant to be. Because I'm listening to the signs from the universe. I'm listening to the numbers. Up until this point, I think I was seeing 77, not 37, 77 everywhere. It was to the point where I started laughing about it, and that was manifesting and soul purpose and that kind of stuff. And now it's shifted to 88. I'm seeing it everywhere, and it kind of just makes me laugh because it's also 33 I've seen. These are all really good, indications you're in a good flow. So keep going, keep looking at those angel numbers because they're important. Thank you for coming to talk. I stopped everything to listen to this. I needed it. Oh, Harley, I'm sorry you're having a rough day, and I didn't get a chance to comment this morning about your beautiful children, but it definitely gave me a good smile. I'll be back and forth helping a good friend. Sandra, I'm just about done, so if you want to watch the replay, I was kind of ranting a little bit about, where I was when I first started this journey and some of the opportunities that have started to happen. It's all happening at once, too. It's like I just unleashed something. That's what it feels like. Something shifted, something changed. I just kept going, and now here we go. It's takeoff time. Such beautiful people in this group. And you're one of them, Christy. You're so important to me in this group. So incredibly important. And I definitely am going to be hitting you up for your website. Those of you that don't know, Christy does tailor-made websites. So I'm going to be hitting you up very soon here once I get, my bearings and figure everything out. I still want to hear when start the job, but she ended up going on a cruise, so on pins and needles still. Harley Clark, so grateful for you. Thank you for reaching out to me. Love you. She's such a beautiful soul. I'm so glad that I hopped into a random group and found her. Because that group I barely ever went in. Ever. I never commented either. I think I commented on one other post ever in that group. And I just ended up in a post with her and I was like, hey, you need our group. So, I'm going to hop off now. Because I got some more healing to do. But again, keep going. Keep doing it. Have faith that everything is going to work out. That, we have lots of layers of this onion that we got to shed. It can be annoying and it can be painful and it can be uncomfortable, but man, does it feel good when you start to really breathe and you start to see the big picture. It's not that we didn't see the big picture, but we see it so clearly and feel it to the point where you're just like, this is real. Like, this is honestly real. So I love you. Keep going. And I'm gonna go now. Good night.